everybody, welcome back to another video with Lecture Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a motivational speaker, a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. What I intend to do is to change the world and your life, so I intend today that I help you out to the most of my ability. And so with that being said, guys, today in this video what we're going to be talking about here are the different ways that you can also manifest by using the law of assumption. If you are a conscious manifestor or somebody who uses the law of assumption where you know how to assume your desires into your reality. Within this video today, I'm just going to get out the regular list, I guess you could say, as to what ways you can manifest your desires, because I want you all to understand that despite the fact that the law is so simple and is so easy to use to your advantage, where you're able to just lay in bed and manifest what it is that you want by using your mind, that I do recognize that this is not a one-size-fit-all kind of thing, because at the end of this, not everybody is completely comfortable with laying in bed and just affirming that they do have what they want. Some people want to get up and take inspired action. Some people like scripting. Some people really love to visualize, whatever it is, but everyone is different. And some things that might work for somebody else might not work out for another person who has a completely different mindset. Like, we all have to remember that within this world, yes, we're all different. Yes, we all do have different mindsets. We all do have a different way of thinking about certain things. That despite all that, we are still the most powerful person within our reality. And with us knowing that power that we do hold very much inside, it is our responsibility to figure out what works best for us, so that we're not stressing ourselves out thinking that we should be doing something else, or that this is wrong or this is right, or whatever. Really, it doesn't matter what the case is. The only thing that matters is that it helps you. It is the most comfortable thing for you, and that you're actually using it to your advantage as opposed to feeling victimized. Because you're not a victim, you're not someone who's weak, you're not someone who can't get what you want. I don't care what you thought was going on before. This is a place where we're limitless, like dead ass completely limitless. And if we are limitless, we are going to make this entire world work in our favors, because that's exactly what we deserve at the end of the day. So alright, my love, with that being said, basically, before I get further into this, the first thing I am gonna say is thank you guys again for downloading the playlist that's playing in the background today. The Law of Assumption binaural beat playlist right there has been helping out so many people, and I'm really happy to hear about that, because obviously within all the vibrations that you guys can hear within the music, you can definitely tell that this is something that's going to help motivate you to the most of your ability to staying focused on the fact that you do have what you want, that everything is working out for you, you know, everything. And even within this video topic in general, being focused on whatever kind of way you personally want to manifest, go ahead and use this kind of playlist to your advantage, so that you're also able to manifest using sats or whatever other way with the meditative beat albums that are playing behind you. But besides that, guys, the link to that will be down below. I'm very excited on getting started here, because again, I do want to shed light over some people, which I do know that all of y'all do understand the simplicity that goes behind this. Like, I know that y'all know that you don't actually have to get up and to do anything if you don't want to. But again, I also do recognize that some people just don't believe that they can initially do that. You know, completely understandable. Remember that this is all something that we have to kind of work our way into. We have to be able to use our mindset to our advantage, so that we can really see the big picture at hand to make things happen in our favor in the way that we feel is most comfortable for us, okay? Okay guys, so with that being said, let's get started with the video right now, so that we can get to talking about the multiple ways that you can manifest yourself. The first thing being the most common one that a lot of people know about, which is known as affirming and persisting. When it comes to affirming and persisting, it is deadass exactly what it sounds like, just you affirming that you have your desires and then persisting with that. And then yes, those assumptions that you do have based on those affirmations that you're using will end up manifesting physically within your reality, which is why so many people do use affirmations and persisting it to their advantage. It's because upon them persisting within their affirmations, they do eventually get what they want, but it's all because they know that they do. You understand? When it comes to using affirmations, depending on the kind of person that you are, these affirmations that you are persistently using back to back to back will be something that you will just hold on to. You know, you're gonna start saying, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, and then you're gonna start knowing like, okay, wait, I actually do got this, and then you end up manifesting it because you've been telling yourself, I got this, I got this, I got this, to the extent of your subconscious now knowing, yeah, I definitely got this. You understand? So for a lot of people like to use affirmations because, again, they do stick to the subconscious with repetition and everything. But not everybody is the same, I will tell you guys, because I am going to say that there are some people who don't need to affirm at all. Not saying that anybody needs to affirm, but I will say as well that as someone who did get to this point in which I automatically know that I have my self-concept up and everything like that, that I did use affirmations to my advantage for quite a while, because again, it did help me implement the fact that I already knew I do have this in the bag. So affirmations did help me. I did have to realize that they weren't the answer to everything. So if I tell myself, oh yeah, I got this, but I'm still worried about something else, that is not going to coexist for me to manifest that thing, because I'm not thinking in favor of my desire. Like, I'm just affirming, but I'm still worried about it. You see what I'm saying here? You know, for some people, they feel like that is the exact same way for them. They say that they've been affirming for months on end and that nothing's been moving, nothing's been happening. They don't understand why it's not here yet, it being their desire. With that little problem right there, I want you guys to understand that if you feel like you're just affirming and nothing's been happening, it's probably because your affirmations are not glued to the back of your mind where you know that this is just it, you know? You're thinking too hard about this, that, whatever else. I've been affirming though, so why isn't it working? That doesn't mean that you're just going to know that you have what you want because you've been saying it once or twice. Like, yes, affirmations can work this way where you can just say, I do have what I want, and then you know it. But for other people, it is very important that you're actually keeping up with your affirmations and you're allowing for them to change what you already know about your life, so that you can maintain having a good self-concept, which is also why I do heavily suggest that everyone does have a good self-concept, especially when you are affirming and persisting. Because affirming and persisting without any basis to it, where you're not like actually affirming that shit, like I got this, I'm that bitch, like I know that I am, that lack of energy is something that does translate. So I just want to let you guys know that when you are deciding on what way to manifest, if you solely want to use affirming and persisting, go ahead and do that. But do remember that you're still the person who's going to get them done, okay? The words that you're saying, you have to put your power behind it. So let it happen in your favor, but do know that it is happening for you. Now, another way to manifest all of your heart's desires, wishes and dreams and hopes and all that shit is with states, okay? With states. That right there is literally just a state of mind, the state that you're in where you know that you're that bitch, you're either not that bitch, you do have what you want, oh wait, no you don't, whatever it is. The things that you just generally know are the truth. So if you know that you're that bitch and you get everything that you want, and you know that money comes into you left and right, and you have the love of your life, like you know this for a fact, that is a state that right there is telling you that you are already there. Like, you have this shit, you know that you do, so it is manifested for you. And then guess what? It ends up making way right into your reality because you know it and you're living in that energy, and then it is done and that's it. So upon you knowing this and upon you being within the state of just having it all, just knowing that you do, that right there is more than enough to manifest all of your hopes, dreams, wishes, whatever, because you just know that you got it. Like, that's literally the whole thing. That's how manifestation works. The same thing with affirming and persisting. Affirmations get you to know that you do have what you want, thus you saying your affirmations, or even with scripting, which is another way that y'all can also manifest, okay? Do understand that whether you like to visualize, write, affirm and persist, whatever it is that you like to do, you can find a way to make this law of assumption stuff work in your favor. But please guys, if you know that you're not a good visualizer, don't spend your months visualizing if you feel like you can't even do it in the first place, and then stress out because you're not getting what you want because none of your visualizations are actually coming. I want you all to remember how important it is for you to be comfortable. So if scripting is actually your thing, where you do like to script things out, you do like to write out how your reality is, how things are going to be, how things already are for you, write about how happy they make you feel, write about all the wonderful things that have changed since this thing has manifested for you. If that is something that you like to do, get to scripting. Take out your notebook, take out your pencil, and start writing down every detail of your love life. I love my man, I love my girl, I love my house, I love this, I love the money, I love whatever. Whatever makes you happiest, I want you to write it down as though you already have it, while trusting in the fact that you writing this down is exactly what's going to manifest it, because you know that it is already done. And it absolutely is, but it's all thanks to you. You see what I'm trying to say here? Now the same thing goes for visualizing. If you know that you're a really good visualizer, which I know that some of us are, like we love to visualize, daydream, all that stuff, and as a 12th house stellium, I definitely do love to daydream. I love visualizing. So what we can do here, for example, is like every night visualize yourself living your dream life, doing what you want to do, living as you are, and knowing that that version that you see of yourself in that daydream or in that visualization, that you are still that exact person, and that you visualizing this does not mean that you have to wait for it to happen. Oh my god, it's gonna take time. No, you see yourself there, so you know that you are, and then that's it. That's all there is to that. It's literally as simple as that. All you need behind it is that good kind of self-concept that keeps you feeling, yes I do got this, it's already in my bag, I am confident, it is already done for me, I am empowered. Like, whatever's keeping you feeling that way, I want you to keep doing that thing, okay? So if every night that is what makes you feel the most comfortable, you visualizing yourself living as your best self, doing what you want to do, this, that, whatever else, understand that that will be enough. but that is your way of manifesting, and that is what makes it feel the most comfortable and realistic to you, okay? Remember that, guys. Remember that. Now, the next way that you can also manifest is by taking inspired action, which also kind of goes hand in hand with affirming and persisting, or even states like anything else really. Inspired action is a totally different thing on its own. But with inspired action, this I think goes the best for people who like to feel a sense of, oh my god, I did that shit after doing something. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you're manifesting weight loss, which you already got that shit in the bag, if you feel like you visualizing yourself losing the weight, telling yourself that you lost the weight, and then you going on walks every day, maybe not doing a full body exercise, but going on walks is what makes you feel good enough for you, go ahead and do that. That right there is still inspired action. It is not a huge deal though, telling you that you have to do this every day or you're not gonna lose weight, or if you don't do this a million times a day, you're not gonna lose weight. Like, don't let it be excessive. It's whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. And you can definitely trust that that inspired action that you are taking is still going to count for something, because you're still doing something with the intention of your desire manifesting right behind you. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? Because within every single thing that I'm stating here about how you can manifest whatever way you want to, I want you guys to really please remember this. It is about your self-concept still at the end of the day. It's not about forcing things in your reality to work out for you because you're forcing them to. Begging the universe, asking God, please, like, remember who you are, the God of your reality, and remember exactly what you bring to the table, everything. So if you do bring everything to the table and you do recognize your power, you have to remember that none of these techniques are going to be enough for you to get what you want if you're not actually putting your own shit into it. It's like asking another person to solve your problems for you. They're not gonna do that shit. You're gonna do that shit because this is your life. Like, hello? And while I'm saying all of this, I do also want to add what I said earlier about you choosing which way will work best for you. Because really, guys, a lot of people are not fully knowledgeable of what works best for them because they still need to go onto other trials and paths to figure out what it is that does work best for them. Like, for me personally speaking, I'm not gonna sit here and like script all day, every day, my perfect life, blah, blah, blah. But I will visualize it. I do like to visualize things. Maybe I'll just remind myself once a day, yeah, I do have it, and then that'll be it. I'm not gonna sit there and affirm and persist a million times a day like I used to back when I felt like I really needed it, because now I know that I know differently and I know better for myself. It's all about your own divine path, divine journey, divine thing that you need that makes you feel best and what makes things move in your favor the fastest, whatever it is. It's all about your own preferences, okay? So if you are somebody who is manifesting to maybe have your dream body figure and shape or whatever the case is, I want you all to understand, like, if you know that you sitting at home and just affirming that you do have what you want is gonna be too unrealistic for you to do right now, then you don't have to do that. You can get up and go to the gym, work on building your figure, whatever, while knowing that it's going to manifest regardless. Or if you are somebody who does not want to work out at all, you can simply go home and just assume that you will end up looking the way that you want to look, and then trust that you will, because you literally dead ass will. It's all about the power that you hold inside though. So regardless of either way, whichever way you're going about it, it's all about you. And if you are going to do this for yourself, where you are going to manifest whatever you want in whichever way you want, please do understand that it's not about doing the wrong or right thing, whatever. There is no right or wrong way to manifest. You thinking in favor is more than enough. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's so low effort that there's nothing else for you to be stressing out about unless you want to, unless you want to go out of your way. It's all about preference. It's all about your preference. So within everything that I've learned for myself when it came to what worked best for me, I remember that the only thing that really did matter was whatever made me feel the happiest and the most comfortable for myself. Because I do remember when there was a time where I thought that I had to do certain things that other people were doing to manifest their desires because it worked for them, but that was just them. You know, a vision board might work for one person, but for me, I'm not gonna sit there and make one because I know that it doesn't really do anything for me. Just make sure that you're always coming through for yourself though, and that you're making yourself understand that this is already done in your favor, that it doesn't have to be complicated or difficult, and that yes, you do have the power to make this wonderful reality into something that's genuinely wonderful for you. But that the last thing that you should be doing is shitting on the fact that you can't manifest and that things can't happen, and I don't know, yes you do. You can manifest, you're manifesting right now. Like, you might as well make this stuff work in your favor. And as somebody who is as powerful as you are, which we all know that you are, you better get up and keep it pushing and keep it moving and keep it manifesting in your divine favor. Remember guys, this is not a one size fits all. Like I said earlier, this is all about your own personal preference and choice. If you gotta bring that technique to the tailor, bitch, get that shit tailored. Make sure that it fits you though, and that it makes you the happiest and most comfortable at the end of the day, because as long as you're reaching for the stars for yourself, that is the only thing that matters, and you genuinely have to go for that shit. You already know who you are though, you just gotta keep it pushing, but you already knew that. And so with that being said, my love, thank y'all so much for watching my video today. I intend truly that this little breakdown came through for y'all in the best way possible, and that I was able to help remind you guys that there's nothing to be stressing out about this stuff. There are a lot of people that I've been seeing who have been feeling very frustrated, and I completely understand. Again, as somebody who used to think the exact same way, I do understand, because I was there. I was that same person. I didn't understand what I had to do to make my life easy, but upon me realizing what I had to do, then I was able to see that it didn't have to be as complicated as I was making it out to be. I just had to make it work in my favor. But anyway, before I get further into that, I know that this video helped you out to the most of its ability, because guys, listen, like I was just saying, I used to feel a little bit bitter, a little bit mad, a little bit like, what am I doing wrong though? Like, why is this person getting what they want just by saying this? And what are they doing that I'm not doing? Whatever. And truth be told, that the one thing that I was not doing that I should have been doing was focusing on myself. I was focusing on everyone and everything around me. I was looking at what other people were doing to manifest their desires. I was wondering what I could be doing differently to manifest mine. None of that should matter though at the end of the day, because regardless of what other people were doing, what I had to come down to the conclusion of is what made me the happiest, what made things work out for me. And especially knowing that none of these things, none of these manifestation tools or techniques or methods or whatever are anything that require a lot of really anything at all, because the only thing that you need to know is that you are already one with that desire, which is exactly why when it comes to like these manifestation techniques and stuff, like I was telling you guys, like the different ways that you can manifest, I want you all to remember that you don't have to affirm again like 50 times a day. You don't have to visualize 50 times a day. You don't have to script every time you have a lunch break. Like, listen, you can simply tell yourself even once that it is already done for you. The only thing that you need to do though is to keep it calm within your head, because if you're telling yourself it is already done, but then you're checking and you're contradicting yourself and you're looking outside of yourself, you're doing the most to maintain the complete opposite of what you want, then yeah, of course, right then and there, there's frustrations that can come up, obviously, but even within all that stuff, those are just learning lessons for you to maneuver around. You're somebody who is not meant to struggle. You're meant to get up and to be able to take advantage of your life and of the power that you hold inside, because there is no reason for you to be settling for anything. It doesn't matter what it is, and don't settle for what other people are telling you to do or what you think you should do. Do what makes you feel best, what makes you feel the most comfortable. And if you really feel like you want to move up onto just applying states to your advantage or whatever else, choosing a state that works with you, then go ahead and work your way up there. But don't be the reason that you're holding yourself back, literally keeping yourself in a place where you say, this is all fake, I can't do this, blah, 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 when you could be working your way up to that belief. Because if I chose to just sit there and let that be my life, I honestly probably would be pretty bitter. And I also feel like I would be claiming as well that the law of assumption and conscious manifesting is fake and all this other shit. Meanwhile, I'm watching everyone else getting what they want. So it was either I join them or I sit back and I watch myself suffer. So I decided to join it. That is exactly what I want for you as well, because you know that you got this shit. You really do know it. You just have to trust in yourself and believe in yourself. Regardless of what it is, the background recipe is always going to be believing in yourself. Believing in yourself takes you everywhere. You just got to keep on going strong in that direction. And I know that you can, because it is already done, because you know that. And that's it. But keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Y'all got this. I already knew that though. Of course you did. Thank y'all so much again for watching my videos, my loves. I really do appreciate it. I will see y'all this Thursday for another video. Thank y'all so much again. May God bless you always, and please take care, everybody. And be the person who chooses in which way you want to go about manifesting, okay? The last thing that I want to see is that you're over here affirming and persisting your ass off, and yet you feel like a failure, so you're gonna give up on manifesting because that one technique did not work out for you. Then choose something else that fucking fits you, okay? Free returns, babe. Like, come on, there's no limits to this shit. If you do want to be better, and you do want to make better, and you do want to believe in better, then get up and make better, believe in better, do better. Like, you can be better, but you gotta be the person to make it happen for yourself. And because within everything that I've learned within the law of assumption, all the stuff that I'm telling you guys about, this is all from personal experience. I know exactly what I'm talking about because I've been through it. I've done it all. I've seen it all. The reason that I stuck to manifesting, regardless of how frustrated I used to be and get about it, is because I understood that there are people out here who are really doing it. And if these people are doing it, why shouldn't I be able to? If you see other people out here being successful, happy, rich, in love, whatever else, what makes you think that you're gonna be the one person who can't be all that? Of course you can be all of that, but it's a choice that you make. You make the choice, you stick it out, you let it happen, and that's final. So if you're gonna make a choice, you better make a choice that's going to help complement your manifestation reality, whatever it is that you are manifesting for yourself, and get up and choose the things that make you the happiest because you know that you can, and that's it. It is that easy, my love. Just choose your method. Pick your way. It is already done. You don't even need a way. You just gotta know that it is already done. Your desire is already manifested for you right here, right now, because you said so, and that's it. So get to that and maintain that. You already got that. Bye. You can either choose to sit and settle for whatever it is that's coming your way. You can choose to be a sucker. You can choose to be somebody who doesn't get what you want because you don't know what to do. You can choose to not do anything about your life. You can literally choose whatever you want. But I'm gonna tell you guys that if you are choosing, you might as well choose something that's going to help you out to the most of your ability. Especially as somebody who is so in control, who is meant to be as divinely in control as you are. Be the reason that you're actually in control, and stop being the reason that you settle for less, that you don't get what you want, that you let everything hurt your encouragement, your inspiration, your inhibitions to be better. Like, come on, bro, get up and make better. Because within everything that I'm telling you, whether it be visualizing, affirming, scripting, just knowing that you got it, whatever way that you want to go about it, I want you to choose something and I want you to stick to that shit. Because the last thing that I want to see are people giving up on the fact that they can manifest whatever they want because they do not feel powerful enough to actually understand that they do. That is why self-concept is so important. It's because upon you knowing that you do got this in the bag, any kind of manifestation method is going to be extremely easy to use because you'll know that regardless you're going to get it because you absolutely already have. But it's all about just knowing that. So know it, stick it out, keep it going strong, but don't stop for anyone or anything. This is your life. You don't have time to play about that shit. Get yours, keep it pushing because you know that you can, and that's it. It is that easy, so let it be that easy. Keep it that easy. You got this today, just like you always had it. So choose what you want to do, but make sure that you're manifesting regardless because you got this shit and you shouldn't be settling for anything. Nothing at all, period.